This is London, the capital city of England and the United Kingdom.
This is London, the capital city of England and the United Kingdom.
The big wheel you can see is the Millennium Wheel, or London.
The big wheel we can see this is a millennium wheel or London Eye.
London Eye, as it's also known. It's what?
London Eye.
This is London, the capital city of England and the United Kingdom. The big wheel you can see is the Millennium Wheel, or London Eye, as it's also known.
It's the London Eye and is also now.
It's 135 meters high.
Is 135 million high
With 32 glass capsules.
with 32 glass capsules.
The wheel was opened in March 2000
The wheel opened
to mark the end of the 20th century and at 135 meters high with 32 glass capsules. The wheel was opened in March 2000.
The wheel was opened in March 20
to mark the end of the 20th century and the beginning of is London, the capital city of England and the United Kingdom. The big wheel you can see is the Millennium Wheel, or London Eye as it's also known. It's 135 meters high with 32 glass capsules. The wheel was opened in March 2000.
2000. The wheel was opened in March 2000
to mark the end of the 20th century.
to mark the end of the
And the beginning of the new millennium. Opposite 20th century and the beginning
of the 20th century
20th century and
of the 20th century
the beginning of the new millennium.
and the beginning of the new millennium.
Opposite the Millennium Wheel, you
Opposite the millennium wheel,
can find Big Ben, the
you can find Big Bang
famous clock tower.
and
2000 to mark the end of the 20th century and the beginning of the new millennium. Opposite the Millennium Wheel, you can find Big Ben, the famous clock tower,
the famous clock tower
and the Palace of Westminster,
and the
Palace of Westminster,
and the Palace of Westminster,
also known as the Houses of Parliament.
also known as the House of
New millennium. Opposite the Millennium Wheel, you can find Big Ben, the
opposite the millennium well you can find Big Bang
the famous clock tower,
the famous clock tower
and the Palace of Westminster, also known famous clock tower, and the Palace of Westminster,
and the Palace of Westminster,
also known as the Houses of Parliament.
also now as the House of Parliament.
This is where the government meets. This is where the government meets, also known as the Houses of Parliament.
House of Parliament.
This is where the government meets.
This is where the government meets.
One of the best things about London is its parks. One of the best things about London is its parks.
One of the best things about London is its
Parks. In Regent's Park, you have the
interesting park. You
largest grass area for sports in central London.
you have
The government meets. One of the best things about London is its parks. In Regent's Park, you have the largest grass area for sports in
area for sport
central London and an
in the
largest grass
in central London.
area for sports in central London and an open-air theatre.
And an open air theater.
You can relax,
You can relax,
walk and run in the parks, but you
walk and run in the park, but you can't
cycle.
cycle.
Only the police can do.
You can't. Oh,
Tóc thơm bớt rụng hẳn.
Can't cycle. Only the police can do that.
only the police can do that.
Horses are another good and
Horses are another good
ecological way of
and ecology way of keeping
keeping order in London.
order in London.
This is Trafalgar Square with
This is Trafalgar Fair. What?
horses are another good and ecological way of keeping order in London. This is Trafalgar Square with the
This Trafalgar Fair.
Trafalgar Square with the National Gallery Art Museum.
This is Trafalgar
Museum in the background. Horses are another good and ecological way of keeping order in London. This is Trafalgar Square with the
This is Trafalgar Square
National Gallery Art Museum.
with the National Gallery
Museum in the background. National Gallery Art Museum in the background.
Art museum in the background.
Nelson's Column is a
Next column.
monument to Admiral Nelson.
In a motion moment to admire
Who died at the Battle of Trafalgar
who died at the battle.
This is Trafalgar Square with the National Gallery Art Museum in the background. Nelson's Column is a monument to Admiral Nelson, who died at the Battle of Trafalgar
Battle of Trafalgar in
1815.
1850.
Square with the National Gallery Art Museum in the background. Nelson's Column is a monument to Admiral Nelson, who died at the Battle of Trafalgar in 1815.
In 1850.
You can also visit the British Museum.
You can also visit in British Museum.
Great Russell Street, or in 1815. You can also visit the British Museum in Great Russell Street, or walk over the new Millennium
Or walk over the new Millennium
Bridge to the Tate Modern
Bridge to the Tate
Museum.
Modern Museum.
When it opened on the 10th of
When it opened,
June, the bridge when it opened on the 10th of June,
when it opened on 10 June,
the bridge had to be closed.
the bridge had to be closed after just a few days.
Closed after just a few days because it was moving.
Because it was moving too much.
Too much. Don't worry, it's okay now.
Don't worry, it's okay now.
The Tate Modern Museum is
The Tate Modern Museum
a converted old
is a covered.
The Tate Modern Museum is a converted old
This is the converted old power
station.
station.
On the other side of the Millennium Bridge is
On the other side of the
St.
museum
Paul's Cathedral. It is a tourist attraction
is a tourist attraction,
and you can walk the
and you can walk
530 steps up to the gallery, St. Paul's Cathedral. It is a tourist attraction, and you can walk the 530
The 500. The 500.
power station. On the other side of the Millennium Bridge is St. Paul's Cathedral. It is a tourist attraction, and you can walk the 530 steps up to the gallery and see London.
In the 500 step to the gallery and see London.
Another feature of London is the check.
Another feature of London. Hey.
Changing of the guard,
The changing of the guard.
which takes place inside the grounds of Buckingham.
We take P inside in crowd of Buckingham President. Very day at 8 p.m.
Buckingham Palace every day at 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
It lasts about 40 minutes, but come early.
It lasts about 14 minutes, but come early
As there are usually
as there are usually
lots of people.
a lot of people.
You can take a boat along the Thames.
You can take a boat along the Thames.
This is Tower Bridge.
This is Tower Bridge.
It opens up for big boats
It's open up for big boats
and all the car traffic.
and all the car
They has to stop for about 15
traffic have
minutes.
to stop up for about 15 là gì?
And all the car traffic has to stop for about 15 minutes.
15.
You can also walk along the top bridge.
You can also walk along the top
Bridge that joins the two
BC
towers.
that join the two towers.
If you keep going east, you
If you keep going east,
arrive in the new
you arrive
Docklands area.
You arrive right in the new Dublin area.
There are a lot of big offices
There are a lot of big offices and
and expensive new
expensive new apartments
apartments on the river there.
on the river there.
Time certainly flies.
Time certainly by
When you're traveling around.
when you are traveling around
London.